When I was young, I got in a lot of trouble, petty thefts to kidnap robberies, and I just took whatever I wanted. But in myself, I didn't want to be a mean person. But nobody wanted me around no more after a while. I became a monster, and people were afraid of me. They would close the doors, they would act like they weren't home. Nobody wanted to help me. I remember I gotta open it up. Come on in. My name is Eddie Ochoa, and I'm from Kalihi Union Church. And what I do here is I'm in charge of the men's ministry, and we also started the food pantry here and the weightlifting and gym for the kids. I'm originally from Orange County in California. The reason I came to Hawaii was that I was in prison in California. I did a little time over there and wanted to have a change. So I came to Hawaii and I bought a one-way ticket and I started working at the different places here. I worked at the Lanakila Mental Health, I worked at IHS, I worked at River of Life Mission, I worked for a place called Houseless Solutions. I just started working with the homeless here in Hawaii. And then as time went on, I worked in the prisons, Waiawa, Halawa, and OCCC as a chaplain there. Also, I go out to the streets and I feed the homeless and like elderly, and I go to different programs like the PAC, Parents and Children Together. There's an adult care place here, and so I take food there and bread. And also at the rainy season, the church gives me clothes and socks, and I go out in the rain and I give the guys dry clothes right there in Ala Park and Ala Moana Beach Park. So I go out there and I pass out what I can and talk with the guys. I guess the reason I do it is because I was in their situation before. And I know what it is to be needy. I know what it is to be where nobody wants you and you're on the streets. I know what it is to be locked away and they say they're going to throw the key away, you know, when you go to jail. I know what it is to betray your family or for them to deny you. But I also know how it is to come back and to get trust again in your family and for people to open the doors for you again and for you to have happiness and for you to have pride in yourself again. I know that you can get it back. So that's what I do. I go back out there and I tell them, it's not over. If you want to keep on going, you can. It's up to you. And if you need it, I'll help you. You want some more? Can you carry? Are you sure? You know, I go out and I pass out bread to the homeless and to the needy and the elderly and the different programs. And all of a sudden, I heard, hey, the bread man's outside. And then when I go to another place, the bread man's here. And then when I started to give out the bread, they would start saying, thank you, bread man, thank you. So now when they see me, they call me the bread man. And one of these days when I get a good truck, I'm gonna put it on the back of my truck, the bread man, and so that people know I'm here to feed them. I went to prison for a lot of crimes. I went from petty thefts all the way up to kidnap robbery. I've been 30 years clean, but now I have hepatitis C. First time they told me I had hepatitis C was in the 70s, but there was no cure, there was nobody talking about it. It takes a long time to incubate in your body, about 25 years. So 25 years later, I started feeling the effects of the hepatitis C. It affect my liver. They told me that I had 2 years to live. I was really devastated. I didn't know what it meant. So there was nothing they can do but a transplant. And in the year 2005, I got a transplant. And so now it's 2015, and I'm still here. I just live every day the best I can. You know, whatever I can do, every day I do it. And because I refuse to lay down, I refuse to die. And a lot of it is having a support system. You know, having somebody with you as you're sick or waiting for a transplant or doing your treatment. You know, you need a support system. You need people around you. And it gives you a reason to live. So me and Ken Akanaka, we started the Hepatitis Support Network. And we went out and tested people for hepatitis A, B, and C. We gave them T-shirts and tested them, and yeah, we went all around, from Waianae all the way to Waikai. And now I go to Queens Medical Center and I speak to people about hepatitis C. I go to the schools and let them know about hepatitis C, and also organ donating. And I encourage any man, if you see a guy on the street, you don't have to give him money. Just talk to him. Because a lot of them, they just need somebody to talk to and be led. You know, and if you're able to do that, or know somebody that can help them, a program where you can help them go, then do it. You know, if you really want to change and you're tired of the way you are, there's always help, but you got to want it. You got to be open. And the Hepatitis Support Network really helped me to mix them both, so I could talk to the guy about hepatitis and where he can go for strength. This liver transplant that I have now is failing. I have 10% of the liver, and it's causing my kidneys to fail. My kidneys are failed already, so I got 10% liver and no kidneys. But I'm still here and I'm still doing the same thing. So they don't understand why my liver hasn't failed all the way, because it's only 10%. But I do. And when it's time for it to really go out, I'll be ready. But until then, I'll keep on doing what I do. And there's days when I'm sick, some days that I'm tired, and I take my breaks, and then I just go back out there. Because if I lay down, I might not get up. And I don't want that. And I still got a big journey still. I got another fight to come once I get my liver transplants, if I get it. And, you know, I might not make it out of the operation. But you know what? Until then, I'm going to keep on doing what I do. And if you see me on the streets, ask me for help. I'll see what I could do. I don't deny nobody.